Okay, we are going to get started with entering a health event, specifically a physical. So you should have that sheet in front of you. First though, let's check and make sure everyone has training mode going across their banner at the top. You see that up there? Yep. So that way we can make mistakes and none of this is recorded or saved. So everyone have training mode?
Yes.
Okay, so on a physical, how many events do you see that we could possibly get off this one physical health events? 5 or 6, yes. So a lot of times there's going to be multiple health events that come from one physical. And so you can do that one of two ways. So just pick any kid. I'm going to pick Eden on your screen. And you're going to want to go over here to health. Sorry, it's taking a while to load. So as you can see, here are her other health events that have already been entered, and she does not have a physical, so this is great. So you can add each one of these events individually, or you can add them as multiple events. So it kind of depends on which direction it's easiest for you. When you add by multiple events, you get to come over here on the left side and pick all of the events that you will find on the physical. And the general information will be the same as far as the event date, if they've passed, who entered it, which doctor, or you can add each event individually. It just kind of depends on how you process things and what to go about that. So I'm going to do add multiple events. And if you're looking through that physical, we have, what all do you guys see on there?
Height.
Yep, the gross assessment, the height and weight.
Blood
pressure, yep.
Physical exam.
Physical exam. What else? Lead and hemoglobin.
It does have the hearing.
And it does hearing and vision. You're right. So at a well child check, or any child that is on Can Be Healthy state insurance, they should be doing a hearing and vision as well at every exam. So up here, remember that we want to make sure that we put in the event date because that's how we're going to track that it's up to date. The schedule date was if it was for tomorrow and they didn't go and they ended up going the following week. So we're going to go to the event date, and that is at the bottom of the page because you want to make sure you get the exam date. And we always need to make sure we have a signature on that as well. So we're going to enter 5/23. Now, what do you see at the bottom of the physical and as in regards to the status? Yep. So then, because it is that it said good, no concerns, there weren't any other comments, we're going to put pass for screening, or you can just do pass, either one. The agency worker is you who's entering it. That way we know if there are any questions or concerns later on after we know who's entered it. So you would just put in your name there. The provider is going to be the doctor at the bottom. And so that is Dr. Boats, or he's the PA. He is at McPherson, and once you start typing, they will pop up the provider, all dental, dentists, medical providers will pop up. So he is at McPherson Family Healthcare, and then later I will go in because he's a PA and put his name in the exam. So you'll hit next. And now when you scroll to the top, you'll see all of our events on the left-hand side, the multiple events. So this is where sometimes it does get tricky for some people, making sure that you're clicking each event to add that specific information. Mm-hmm. So when you hit growth assessment, you'll see that it has the height and weight on the physical. So you will just enter those in on that part. So he's 41.5 inches. Oh, whoops, not 41.5. And it will automatically convert the percentages as far as like the BMI index for you. He is 38 pounds. You'll see that there was nothing over here in regards to his height weight being any kind of concern. So there's nothing on this right hand side that we need to add to So here is where I put, timestamp that, and put Nick votes PA performed exam. And so then what I do is I'll copy and paste that, so then we can add it to each event so we know that this was all of these events were performed by him at the same. Now, you have to go back up and keep going through each event before you hit finish. So then you go to the blood pressure, and what do you see as the blood pressure?
90.
Yep, 90. So and those we put those results in numbers in the results piece of it, because there's not a specific place for that. Everything else is the same. I'll copy and paste. Oh, that was not who it was. That was weird. Did you see that? It said,
Yeah.
okay, that was not just me that's seen that. Okay. So then that is all we need on the blood pressure. The visible exam, that's just the overall exam. Again, we've seen that there was no concerns. So we don't really have any other information. Sometimes we can put complete or up to date on the results, description if you want. We do need to make sure we put pass first screening again for exam for the status. Did I forget that on it? Yep. We always need to make sure we have a status on there. So for each event, because that's how we track if they're up to date, if it's complete, if they need further treatments. Okay, I'm going to try this again and copy this. And then go down, and you can see up there when we put the status in that it's passed, once we add that in. Paste. There, okay, now I'm good, right? Now, hemoglobin, you'll see that that was actually from, do you see the date that that gave?
Yep.
Yep, so we would put the 11.1 in the results. We'll put pass first screening. But then we need to make sure that we put in the new event date, because it was actually taken at another time at that location. Okay, and the same thing again, because he's signing off on it, we'll say Mr. Votes did that. Okay, lead, we'll do the exact same thing. So his lead was, what does it say?
Normal.
Normal. So you can even do WNL within normal limits. You can just put normal, whichever. So his would be pass for screening. We had, that was from the 12/4 date. We're going to copy and paste his information there. And then the last ones, we have hearing. So again, they have within normal limits on here. So you can just put that for pass for screening. And then you can put WNL if you want for the hearing. Am I going too fast?
Nope.
You guys are okay? Any questions? We're doing okay?
Good.
Okay. And then finally on the vision, it will be the same. Pass for screening. They were normal, within normal limits. Paste Mr. Votes, perform the exam. So now you can see that all of our events have a pass for screening. I always like to do before I hit finish, because then it's harder to go back through each individual event and track and make sure we did it correctly. Just make sure, just kind of click through and make sure we have everything on there. We're not missing any other parts or pieces of it. Pass, hemoglobin looks good. Lead looks good. Looks good. Okay. You guys good? Is all yours up to date? Looks correct? So then when you're done, you would hit finish. And now you'll see, if you up here in the right where it says refresh, it'll refresh your screen. And now you'll see that we have a physical, we have a hemoglobin and lead. There's the green check marks that say they're up to date, it's not expired, it's current. And we have all of our updated health information events from this one physical.
Awesome.
Any questions on that one? No?
If there was like some more information at the bottom other than good physical condition, like if they question something, because sometimes there's like a question about speech or
Right.
something like that, where would you put that in at?
So you would put that, so if we would go, so that's a good question. So on the physical, depending on what the doctors say, so let's say they were referred for speech therapy. So you would change your status to, you could do needs rescreening failed first. It kind of just depends on what the physical states. You could do a partial screening completed, and then a lot of times we will put that, and then here in results put see notes, and then you scroll down and you'll add the notes like physical exam was powered up to date, doctor referred patient on for speech therapy. Or sometimes it might even be a referral. So like if it's another medical concern, you might come up here and you could put the referral one, failed screening needs referral. And again, I always put, when there's more information, I always put that in the see notes. So because when you run your report, it'll just have the event and the status, and then it'll have like results or description. So I put see notes, so then you know to go into that specific event so that you know to look down here at the bottom under event notes for more information. So even like a failed vision screening or something, I always put see notes, and then we'll put the specific results from that exam in there. But, so it kind of depends on what is happening with what the doctors say. So like a dental exam, sometimes they'll do like in treatment process because they're going to get another treatment within that dentist's office. But then sometimes they're going to refer them to a pediatric specialist. So then you would put referral, see notes, and then put exactly what was referred.
Gotcha.
Any other questions?
You said the C notes is under the description.
Yes.
Is where
So
you're
you
at.
give
Okay.
it, yes. So when you, or in results.
Okay.
I usually put it in results. I'm sorry.
No, you're good.
So the description sometimes like, so like for a dental, it'll be exam, x-rays, fluoride cleaning, and then C notes,
Yeah.
referred C notes, and it'll tell you
Okay.
like that. So the results are what you want to have like the C notes, so you know, because that's what will pull up in that report.
Yeah. Okay. Result.
Any other questions? Good?
Okay.
Okay.